Hello everybody, and welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force 3. It's your buddy Cooper here, and today I'd rather be playing Time Stranger, but it's okay, because I'm excited to play this as well, because we're getting a new partner, which implies a new deck. So, there's not many partners left, really, yeah. No, I'm joking, there's tons of partners left. Don't even get it twisted. Oh, who are we going to team up with, though? So many choices. So many choices. Yeah, this is tough. I think the partner we're going to go with today is Abydos III of the Shadow Riders. This is the undefeated Abydos. Yeah. Abydos has a perfect record, so we're going to call this team... This is actually going to be a reference to, where is it? This is an F. Okay, so the thing's glitched, but there it is. Yeah, this is a reference to Duels of the Roses, for those of you that do not know that series. The perfect rule, which is how Duels of the Roses is ruled. The master rule would be like Yu-Gi-Oh! Nowadays. Perfect rule is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Duels of the Roses. Alright, Mr. Abydos III, I need to make a deck that, honestly, my first deck doesn't exactly need to synergize with you, but my next deck will. So let's make a deck that's somewhat decent, given that you're probably going to be one of the worst partners I've ever teamed up with. Let's take a look at all the cards in the game, and then we'll make a decision based on that, on what card I want to use. Looking at all these monsters... Yeah, there's some interesting stuff here. Nothing crazy, but some interesting stuff. No, I don't want to go for that. No, that's too busted. That's too weak. That's too difficult, especially if I'm going to have a weak partner. When you summon this card, say a number of cards from your hand, return that number of cards on the field to the owner's hand. Cool. Red Ogre has some value then. I'll consider it for a deck later, but not right now. Not strong enough. Yeah, looks like we have a general idea. Okay. We're gonna throw in... Yeah, I know what deck I want now. We're gonna go with a Jackal deck. Yes, we're gonna go with the Jackal deck, which seems like it might be a little bit weak. By the way it looks, but we're going to type in Jackal, and we're going to make it work. And there's going to be plenty of ways to make it work. Yeah, Jackal. It's a Jackal! Jackal! Alright, Jackal. Whoops, did I put two A's by accident? It looks like I did. It's easy to mess up in this system, because it's like a fake computer. Jackass! Yeah, I basically wrote that. Now I want Jackal. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the L, because this is enough. Yep, there. Oh, there's only two Jackal cards? Okay. Alrighty then. Well, I said I'd do it, so we're doing it. Okay, so we're going to make a Jackal deck, which, funny enough, is light and earth-based, so no attributes will be attached to them. Are they both Beast Warriors? So we're going to attach Beast Warriors to them. So let's go to type. Let's go to Beast Warriors, and then we will find monsters that synergize. Based on that. Manticore has some value, but is not necessary. Yeah, just throw it in there. How often do I get to use Manticore? It's very rare for me to do that. Gene Warped is just strong. Worst rare. Actually, there's a lot. Oh, Chiron is so good. There's no reason not to use Chiron. There's a lot of powerful Beast Warrior cards out there. Garuzis! I'll use that in a different Let's Play. Brood Kaiser, probably a different Let's Play as well. Winged Rhinos actually can come in handy, I'm not even going to lie. That card has... Oh, you know what? This is a good one. That card has some value. I only own two of those. That's a shame. Wildhorn. Pitch Black is pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good card. But we need cards that can actually get us to these guys. This card buffs up Phantom Beasts. We're not Phantom Beasts. We're simply Beast Warriors. So now I'm going to need some form of engine that teams up with my partner. The zombie engine. No joke. We might actually rebuild the zombie engine just so that I have some synergy with my partner. And by that, I think we'll just go for like a Pyramid Turtle Spirit Reaper kind of thing. We're not going to actually make a full engine about this. No real point. Be too strong after all. We already saw how strong it could be. Alright, do the Pyramid Turtles. And then I need something else that can, if not float, it can at least reborn. Plague Spreader can. That is true. Plague Spreader can, but we're not going to run a Synchro monster because that's too busted. We don't need to be busted. I've done Synchro decks in the past. They have too much value. Mizuki is the same engine, yeah. Zombie Master would be the same engine, yeah. Alright, let's say we're done with the engine part. Let's not build any more of that. Now we're going to build the deck idea part. So we're running a lot of tributes, which means that we're going to brick pretty often. That is a fact. Since we're worried about bricking, I'm not going to run TT. We're going to run... I have some cards to help with traps. That is true. But I don't want to get rid of all traps. Premature Burial is a must, especially in a deck like this. MST is just something you have to run. Monster Born is amazing. I went 100 floors for that. I'm not going to say no to it. I didn't go 100 floors to not put it in my deck. Magic Cylinder is not a necessity with this deck. Heavy Storm is a necessity. Giant Tornado is a necessity. Foolish Burial might be a necessity for this deck because there are so many tributes. Yeah, let's throw those in. I might take them out, but let's throw those in. Brain Control is a necessity for a deck like this. And then we're going to get into a certain deck idea. Let's go ahead and search for the words top of the. You want to... I'm going to search for the words top of the. Then we go to attack, and then we go to Phoenix Windblast, get in my deck. This will help me put my monsters in the grave, and back to square one. Okay, there's a lot of discarding going on here, so I'm going to need a lot of revival to make up for that. So we got a lot of discarding, which is where Plague Spreader... Actually, put one more Plague Spreader in the deck. Yeah, Plague Spreader is going to come in handy. But if I throw away Tribute monsters, we need ways to revive Tribute monsters, especially since these Tribute monsters are a little tedious in their means. Yeah, there's a lot of tributes here. But then again, tributing, or getting rid of Manticore. Yeah, that's really good, actually. Getting rid of Manticore that way. Nah, there's value. A Manticore won't work with any of the zombie part of our deck, but we run enough Beast Warrior stuff, so I think it'll be fine. And having a piercing monster is probably going to help us in the long run. So instead of that, if I need stuff that recovers from grave. Maybe a Pot of Avarice would be good then. Like, no joke, it might help. So let's go look for P for pot. Yeah, give me a Pot of Avarice just in case. We're probably going to throw away a lot of monsters. And give me... None of this has to do with revival. Maybe I can... You know what we can do? We can just run a Reasoning or something. Just something simple, because... It literally will just special summon our monsters, so why not? There's no downside to running a Reasoning. I mean, we should run more than one, but... Alright, let's run 2, and then we'll take out one of our other cards. Let's take out... one of the Foolish Burials. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is a deck. This deck is our Jackal deck. Simple enough. Thank you guys for your patience. Now, obviously, the zombie engine isn't to copy the Tyrant zombie deck. It was actually just so that Abidos has some synergy with us. That way we can use, or he can use my zombie cards in case I get Pyramid Turtle or something. I'm probably going to run out of decks soon. I'm going to go over this twice now. Like, actually twice. Alright, Dark Cooper gets deleted. Sorry, Dark Cooper. We're actually gonna, like, run out of decks twice over in this one Let's Play. That's kind of crazy. Alright, let's go test our deck. Single duel and tag duel. Let's go see how me and Abidos do. Who's the test? Masha is... No! I don't want to test my deck on a level 9 best duelist in the game. Let's see. Pippin. There we go. Raw, level 5. The most standard duelist there is. A level 5 duelist. Nothing crazy, nothing amazing. He's probably easier than he looks. Let's see if we can beat him. Well, that's good. He let me go first, and I appreciate that. So our deck should be prone to bricking. That should be a thing that happens to us because we run 8 tributes in a 22 monster deck, as we see here. However, I drew reasoning, so this might fix it. I actually do run level 5, so I'm surprised we didn't get screwed by that. Alright, so we're going to summon Well, actually, I can just throw away Manticore. Jackal's weaker. Maybe I will summon Manticore. Alright, I'm going to summon Manticore just so that it's ready to go. I end my turn. Chiron would have been nice to keep, but since I have Giant Trunade, I'm not super concerned. That is concerning in itself. Okay, well, now I have to decide whether I'm going to outlast the swords or if I'm going to do something else. Let's go back to square one to see if he has a spell-stopping card. This card, I'd like you to draw it again. See, if I go in, technically, I would do 4,000 damage, but then he would just stall me even longer, so... Let's get through the swords first. I'll use Giant Trunade once swords is gone. It was a brutal card to start with. I hate swords now. Swords is something we see all the time. That's a really handy top deck. Alright, with this top deck, I can slow him down again. He'll get this draw off, so this is going to be a new draw for sure, but even if he tributes, we're ready. Yeah, I don't care for swords. Ah, wow, I drew both reasonings. That's all of them. I run varied levels in art. Okay, level 4 is the most common, but that's always going to be the most common. Unfortunate, but not a problem. Let's just end our turn. I haven't decided if I'm going to go for this. The reason I'm not normal summoning is because the 2 trap cards, I don't want to fall into them. I don't care if Manticore does. I do care if I do. So let's make sure this next play works without a hitch. I'm going to Giant Trunade. I'm going to create a piercing situation. The reason I didn't keep the Phoenix Blast is because we didn't need it. These monsters don't need to go back to the top of the deck. Nice. Good piercing. The Enraged Battle Ox. Just a way better... Oh, that's the worst! I got screwed. Okay, that's the worst thing that can happen to Manticore. It didn't die. Didn't even go back to my hand. It literally goes back to the top of the deck. I should have ran that monster. Premature Burial. Yeah, but I didn't want to be setting the whole time. Well, he can't take me on, so I'm not scared of him. Alright, the 2 traps are a little worrying, but let's assume things will work out. I draw. I activate Phoenix Winged Wind Blast, and the reason I'm doing this is to throw... Oh, I wanted to throw Manticore away. Whoops. Okay, I misplayed, but it's fine. Draw this monster again, because that'll slow him down a lot. I'll summon Pyramid Turtle with no fear of death. Again, I was supposed to throw with Manticore and then have Jackal in my hand. And then, yeah, I would have... Oh my god! That's disgusting. You're disgusting. This duelist is disgusting. Pippin. Luckily, I'll bait him into attack mode. Yeah, get into attack mode. Ah, he's smart. He is smart to not go into attack mode. Well, this will shuffle my deck at least, so I guess I'm not going to be drawing Enraged Battle Ox. Let's thin out our deck. We don't care about anything else. Keeping that monster in defense mode is just evil. Yeah, that's one way to deal with it. Problem is I already lost all my cards, so... Oh, whoops. That's not how that's going to work. Triple Trap is a problem. Let's just wait. Annoying. Oh, that works. That buffs me. And it nerfs you, which is more important. It's like, but Cooper, now he's at 18 under attack. Yeah, but that's fine. That's 100% A-okay. Alright, we're getting rid of literally everything. There we go. All the turtles have died. Go with Plague Spreader. I'm not worried about them anymore. The Triple Trap does scare me ever so slightly, but everything else... I think... Oh, no, Triple Trap doesn't seem as scary now. But because of the field spell, I'm not strong enough by myself. Alright, I'm just gonna go with Manticore real quick, just to see. Alright, Manticore, let's try to kill Jujutsu Man. It's Shrink it. Oh, it's Rush Recklessly. You know what? I'm okay with this just because it wasn't Shrink. If it were shrink, that would have sucked. Alright, main phase 2, end phase. And then I can just summon Manticore. This is why we keep the pitch black in our hand. And I do have Plague Spreader whenever I need it, but I don't need it right now. Ah, back in defense mode, I see. But 14 is something I can actually kill with most cards in my deck. And we got Monster Reborn, so that's good. But we don't know. Oh, I could always get my monster that stops traps. That's true. Good point. Now, granted, it probably doesn't stop spells, but hey. Chiron does. I'll just use Pitch Black. Alright, let's do Pitch Black to assume that he will not have a card to stop it. You're going to go first to attack this. Does it also stop spells, or it's just traps? So he could have used Quick Play spells. And yes, I lose my Pitch Black, but you lose yours, and I don't mind drawing Pitch Black next turn, because it protects me from your back row, which I probably just got protection from. Oh, I was going to be like, wait, why is he doing this? Oh, with the field spell, he actually does beat me. Damn, I lost to Karate, man. That's disgusting. Oh, you and me are having a top deck duel, Pippin, and it looks like you're going to win it. Because any Earth monster you draw will beat me now. Alright, I attack again. I got very unlucky. His first 2 cards were Legendary Jiu-Jitsu. Well, no, it was swords into the Legendary Jiu-Jitsu Masters that slowed us down so much. That's 2 different swords now that I'm dealing with. I'm not a big fan. I gotta remember I always have Plague Spreader when I have the need for it. I'm gonna summon Chiron. Chiron was a lucky top deck. Chiron, I don't want this duel going on any longer than it has to, so if you could. Ah, that's not a bad play at all. Damn. Damn, that was a good play. Gotta give the kid credit. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and flip pitch to make sure any traps won't work, even though this is the only card that could possibly be a trap at this point. And he never had a trap. He never had a trap. Everything was... That was 3 quick play spells. Rush Recklessly, Emergency Provisions, and freaking MST. He never had a trap card. Pitch Black, you're worthless. No, I'm joking. He bought himself more time. And if he gets a 3rd Jiu-Jitsu Master, I give up. Okay, he gives up. Alright, so the deck worked, but swords really... It just screws up any deck. Yeah, let's use our boss. Why not? Swords really just messes up any deck you run, giving the opponent way too much time to breathe. And hell, when they're breathing, they can be attacking you since swords only stops them. Or stops us, I mean. But hey, a victory's a victory. The deck did work despite everything. But there were a lot of downsides if the duel is stall-based. If the duel is stall-based, we can't win with this deck. I don't know who would team up with who, honestly. That's the problem. Let's go find a different group of duelists. Maybe we can find someone else. No? Come on, Abitos. I need to test your deck. I want to make sure you are using your zombie deck with continuous trap and spell cards. Oh, dear lord. Wait, you guys look exactly... Oh, no, Kami has the thing in her hair. Well, these girls are tough. I do not expect us to win this fight, so nobody freak out if we lose. I just really don't want to keep looking around for more duelists. So we're going to fight Water Duelist Kami and Dino Duelist Andrea. Dino Duelist Andrea is quite good. Water Duelist Kami is okay. She gets a lot better with her stall deck later on, but I don't think she's using her stall deck right now, so I actually prefer her as she is now. The Jackal deck will have to work. Again, this deck can brick pretty easily, but... My partner does run the zombie. This is Book of Life, by the way. Ignore the card art. That's a texture patch mistake. Okay, yeah. Royal Keeper can hold that thing back. Good job, Royal Keeper. Royal Keeper's actually a pretty decent monster, all things considered. Speaking of decent... I drew both my reasonings again? What the hell? I know it's a good card, but Jesus. I can't believe it's given me so much. Alright, well, I will reason with the opponent. I got lucky with Plague Spreader. Alright, Plague Spreader, I could use you for a tribute if I can reason myself another monster. Level 8. I highly doubt I'll hit a level 8. Ooh, Ghost Knight. It's not strong enough, though. Now, the Royal Keeper is actually a pretty impressive monster, because you can flip it down and then flip it up, and it gains 300 attack and defense. and it makes it a pretty good card. I'm going to summon my boss, the Mystical Knight of Jackal, in order to create a loop. Or at least to begin a loop. I could have gone for insane damage, especially with back to square one, but sometimes it's about looping. So this will ensure her next draw will... Well, I meant yes. God damn it. I thought it was, like, guaranteed, but... Alright, I'm glad it's not guaranteed. I misplayed. I could have just guaranteed that that was going to be her next draw, so she doesn't get Mirror Force or anything. That's interesting. Yeah, I couldn't flip it back face down since I did so in the beginning of the turn. Partner, what do you think? You got a lot of cards in your hand? Yeah, Pharaoh's Servant's probably good enough. Sabersaurus is dangerous, but give it back to them. Yeah, see, you know how to use the effect. I'm dumb. You're smart. You're a smart guy. I give you that much. Didn't book a life as Royal Keeper. That's fine, but curious. See, she might have just drawn that for all we know. But I have Giant True Knight, so I guess I really shouldn't have cared. I care a little. I care a little. Yeah, I'm not a zombie. I can't protect ourselves. Damn it. It only returns a monster. This protects me from traps, so I don't want to spend the Giant True Knight yet. Let's just go in. If I didn't mess up, the duel probably would be over. I mean, maybe she already had that trap in her hand. It's very possible, but who knows? I'm going to end my turn. Alright, on my next turn, we should have game. So Sabersaurus comes out. It has to choose what it wants to kill. My partner saved his Book of Life. He can use it on Royal Keeper to go for... he's not smart enough to go for a Crash Play, but he has Tribute to the Doom. Why Plague Spreader? You have Tribute to the Doom in your hand. Just use it. I stand by what I said. You have Tribute to the Doom in your hand. Just use it. Just use it. Just use it. Just use it. God damn it. Well, you had a game-winning card, and you said no. So that's a very bad sign as my partner to just not use a card. That's 1,500 piercing. Okay. We should still... I don't even know if we're fine, honestly. My partner had the answer and said, I don't want to use this answer. Yeah, we're probably fine. I'm going to use... Hey, Katie, calm down. I'm going to use a Heavy Storm. Gotta make sure this works. I'm going to use back to square one. Kami, you're going to be drawing a dinosaur. Yeah, go ahead, Sabersaurus. You gave me a good monster down here? Yes, you did. Pharaonic Protector. I know it doesn't look that good, but 900 attack for a level 2 monster is pretty decent. And Enraged Battle-Ox. She's lucky I had every card we needed. Sorry, he's lucky. He should have won the duel for us. I don't know why he made me do anything. Get your Cranium Fish. And die. Now the Sabersaurus is shuffled into the deck, they'll never find it. They'll never be able to return it to their partner. Honestly, we won. I didn't think we were going to win that, but my partner did show us he's going to be a problem. If you can't even use Tribute to the Doom when your opponent has a stronger card than you and they have no life points left, which means a direct attack will win us the duel. I don't know how to feel. Let's do one more if there's somebody around. Okay, Kadeem and Colin. I think Colin's on the list, but who cares? Let's do a tag duel with these guys, and we'll test him once and for all. Also was me, too. I misplayed a little, but again, I think she already had the second trap. I don't think that was the newest card she drew. Yeah, there we go. So, partners, set us up with a decent defender or a pyramid turtle or something, and I will get us victory through other plays. Powerful plays. Alright, so there is some of his bricks. His bricks are Spirit of the Pharaoh and any Sarcophagus cards. Now, Guardian Sphinx is an amazing card, but his odds of getting it out are very low. Hell, he can't even beat Dryad here. Which is also Doriato, apparently? Okay, weird. I have MST, but I don't have much. I'm gonna back to square one. And with back to square one, I'm going to throw in Manticore, and I'm going to put you back to the top of the deck. I'm then going to summon Plague Spreader with no fear. I'm going to attack with 400. My partner can use Plague Spreader, so... This is another synergy card. This will help him get Guardian Sphinx out. And I will play Swords, but there's no real need to play Swords. On my end phase, I activate Manticore. With the power of Manticore, I throw away my Ghost Knight, which means it's in the grave now, which means there's value now. And card to safe return. Damn, that's nice. I could really use card to safe return, but nah. Alright. Oh! Hi, Blue Angel. What the hell? Alright, well, partner, you're gonna have to think of something. Yeah, a toll is a very dangerous card, especially when you're working with a CPU partner. They will pay unnecessary prices. Okay, that's fine. You basically hit their Waboku, but a little bit better. And now we know the monster's big. And you did good. You did very good setting that. Good job, partner. I'll handle the rest. I will handle the rest. Okay, let's see if they have another card that stalls for time. I don't care about the toll. The toll's fine. We're gonna win quickly. Yeah, we're gonna win very quickly. I flip Guardian Sphinx because it's busted. It's such a busted card. I summon the Enraged Battle Ox so that we have 5,700 damage showing. And we could Plague Spreader too, but we'd have to pay 500 to do 400, and it's not for game. So screw it. Plus, I would have to lose my back to square one, which I might end up using next turn. Even though I have Guardian Sphinx, who knows if we get to keep it? Maybe the other guy has Nobleman of Crossout. Always a possibility. Alright, I pay 15 to make it so you guys barely have any life points left. Partner, I'll leave you your Sphinx in face-down defense mode, and I trust you, buddy. I trust you with the entire duel. They have one new trap, but don't fear it. It's probably just Rock Bombardment. Alright, that should be for game. Just go for it, dude. Manticore them. Pay the 5. Yeah! Okay. Yeah, no, we can make this work. There's a few cards we have to take out of his deck, but we could definitely make this work. Also, it doesn't look like you know how to use Amulet of Ambition, because you had a level 2 earlier, but you didn't feel like using it. Either way, we did make enough to buy a box. Let's go buy a box of cards and see if we can get anything good for the day. So, Abitos, I think we might be able to work together. There's probably some ability here. Nita Shy, how you doing? Yeah, you're welcome. Let me just get my cards. Rarity, useless. 3 of these is useful, especially if you want to go for one of those, what is it called? Infinite Loop OTK strats. There is one that you can use with this, I think in this time period, and that's it. Alright, so this was fine, the rest was garbage. That's not a good pack day, but that's fine. So guys, that is going to be it. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.